the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
To throw right away is Shuck. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Again, it's Shuck.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now Cade York for the extra point.
Good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
The score, Saints 7, 49ers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And the tackle going to to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
53, 18.
They begin on the ground with Guerrero. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Saints, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
A nice job here getting the tight end involved. He's going to line up on the inside, and then off of play action, he's going to test the secondary by running a corner route. His outside receiver takes all the attention deep, and then he'll just find the open space, and he pulls the ball in.
Here's Guerrero on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Niners at 500, sitting at 5-5. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And you look at this Saints defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Purdy from the gun. Pass caught by Pearsall. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. But here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
Over here.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That's complete to Pearsall. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Pardney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Get set.
On 3rd down, it's Guerrero. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
down. Here's the rookie from Notre Dame.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing, Shuck.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
To throw now, Shuck. Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
It's fourth down.
Shuck to throw for it on fourth. They'll get this out to Kamara.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd and 5.
Throwing here, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
They'll try the middle with Garindo.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 29, here's the 2nd and 5.
18, watch out. Yellow.
Purdy.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Niners first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Purdy now to throw.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Purdy looking to throw.
This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brandon Ayuk.
32 yards.
And the Niners are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Moody good with the extra point.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Here's Shuck.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Michael Williams.
And there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
To throw is Shuck. That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
For a Saints first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Shuck now to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Shuck's pass intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Purdy off the play fake. It's caught at the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the give, it's Garindo. Brought down by Ed Oliver.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Back to throw, Purdy. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Quinn Walker. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Shuck. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd down and 3. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
Purdy bootlegging it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 41, this is second and a yard.
Outside. Yellow.
Now Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop, and he's got the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Handoff here, Guerrero. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Get set. What's that? 18. What's up?
On 2nd and 11 now. Purdy. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brian Brzee picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Oh, wide open, complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers are an extra point away from taking the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fights forward at the 20. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second and 3. And he's caught by Vele. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Johnson. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action now. Shuck. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and get
under pressure. They got him again. Nick Bosa dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Alvin Kamara for the completion. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion.
7 yards. First down, New Orleans.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Intended for the 23. Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Throwing, Shuck. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now with Purdy. We'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Order partner who watched him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
At the 35-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Purdy.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here now, 3rd down.
Yellow. Outside. Yellow. 18. Watch out.
Back to throw. Purdy.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. On play action, shot. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. From the gun, Shuck. And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Forget about matriculating the ball down the field at this point of the game. They needed a big chunk, and they got one. And now you're one completion away from giving your kicker a chance to win the game.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. That's caught by Johnson.
Harden, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Back to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now 1st and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the Niners' 4-yard line.
Ready, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 license, 60 license.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Set. 16, 13, right here. 70 ready. 70 ready.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Well, the entire game coming down to this kick for Cade York. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Saints, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5.